Welcome back. Now, as the world's population is getting older, many of us are living longer, longer, healthier lives. Well, some of us are. Tomorrow, thousands are expected to gather to Ireland's first Age Well Expo in Dublin.
Now, two of the event speakers include legendary rally driver Rosemary Smith and author Christy Keneally. And they join us for a chat here this morning on The Couch. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning. And thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
Well, it's a bit early on a Saturday morning.
It's a bit early, is it?
Yeah. I know, it's all right, actually.
It's all right.
I'll forgive you.
Good. Well, can we talk to you about your careers, first of all? I know we need to talk about the event tomorrow, and we'll get there. But, Rosemary, I'm particularly fascinated by your career because recently, we'll go back from here, but recently you drove a Formula One car that Jeremy Clarkson apparently struggled to get started. And that was only last year.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Well, you see, when I went to this particular dinner and I met this gorgeous little Frenchman, and he really was, little tiny little man, I didn't realise he was tiny until I stood up and he stood up. But anyway, so he asked me, what did I do and all this sort of carry on. And I said, well, I drove rally cars and race cars and so on. And then he said, oh, where? And I said, Monte Carlo. And, we went on from there. And anyway, about 3 weeks later, because I'm an ambassador for Renault, and this man was one of the head chiefs from Renault in France. So he... about 3 weeks later, I got a call saying, would you like to do or have a drive in a Formula One car? And I said, yeah, why not? Sure, that'd be great fun. Oh.
And was it terrifying? Because it'd be terrifying for an 18-year-old young fella, never mind a 19-year-old lady like yourself. Was it terrifying?
Well, in the beginning, no, it wasn't actually, right. Because I thought that a few people, it was out in France, it was in the Paul Ricard circuit, and I thought, sure, this was great fun. And then when we got out there and I suddenly discovered that there were drones, helicopters, ambulances, about 50 mechanics and one thing and another, and I thought, these are all here for me? So anyway, they let me go around the circuit in a saloon car, and then they put me into a smaller Formula car, single-seater, and then they put me into, it was 800 brake horsepower or something, which I gather was quite a lot. Now, I will explain, I know very little about cars. I can drive them.
Yeah, you can drive them very well. You're being very modest now.
No,
very modest.
No. So anyway, I got into it, and they said, well, if we think that you can't do it, you won't do it.
Yeah.
And the man who, was watching and was like, no, it's fine, let her go. And but no, I don't know how fast I went or how slow I went, because the speed comes up on the dashboard here, but you're practically lying down in this thing, and you're more intent on what's going on out there than you are but trying to look down. And then I'd never driven one of these things with the paddles,
the flappy paddles.
Yeah.
But also it's a very different driving experience to the rally cars, because you're squeezed into it.
And you're tall, Rosemary.
Yeah. Not alone that, and get down. And I said, if I go any further down, my feet are going to be running along the track in front of me. But
an incredible experience, though.
It was an experience, and it led to an awful lot of other things, which at my ripe old age, Christy, I
of 19.
Obviously, of 19.
Yeah. But back in 1965, you famously beat everyone, male and female, in the Tulip Rally in the Netherlands. So we're looking. I was interviewing Emma Thompson in the last couple of weeks about the male-dominated world of talk shows in America. That's now. We're talking about
a long time, 50-odd years ago.
In motorsport, which is still male-dominated.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Were you taken seriously?
No.
No.
Well, they sort of used to say things like, well, when I was invited to join this team, originally it was because their cars weren't doing very well. It was called the Roots Group in England. And the competition manager, who actually was a very clever man, I didn't like him very much, but he was a very clever man. And he said, well, you come and join the team. But what he was doing was, sit on the bonnet of the car and sort of, dangle your legs and be a dolly bird. But then when I started winning things, then he started thinking, oh, well, maybe she's not just a dolly bird. No, it was great. I enjoyed every moment of it. But, it was a tough life. I mean, some of the things we did, one of them was 12,000 miles from London to down to Sydney in Australia. The other one was 17,000 miles, 5,000 around Europe and 12,000 around America and up the Panama Canal and, just all these things.
Incredible life experiences.
Day, night, though.
They're just incredible shots, aren't they?
That was Monte Carlo, of course, with the a lot of snow.
You haven't
and-
changed a bit, Rosemary. Look at you.
Oh, plum mossing.
Silvertongue devil.
Christy,
Christy, would you say something?
Don't worry, here he comes now. Here he
his
comes.
turn now,
Here he
don't
comes
worry.
now. Christy, I was reading through your research notes, and there's not an awful lot left that you haven't done. I mean, you've tread the boards. You're a writer. You're an author of 15 books. You're a TV presenter, writer. I mean, it's been a long career. And a varied career, Christy.
Was.
Well, it is. It's continuing to be.
Yeah. I'm available for work.
But you started off, was it treading the boards? Was it the first thing?
No. I was very interested in drama when I was in college as a student, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
But I had another career calling at the time and didn't pursue drama. You know. But
Where are you at home most, Christy? Is it the writing?
Yeah, I think it is. I think the writing is the heart of it.
Yeah.
I love the writing. I love doing the scripts and doing the research and sitting at home, being paid for 3 months to sit at home.
But are you a disciplined writer? Do you?
Well, yeah, I am reasonably. I mean, when Linda would get up in the morning and take the boys and she'd go to work and the boys to school, I could start.
Yeah.
And then about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd go and collect the younger guy. And that was the end of the working day up to that point. And then when he was in bed,
You started
I go
again.
back to it.
That sounds very familiar to me. It's the
Yeah.
exact same.
Yeah,
routine.
a bit, yeah.
Once the house is quiet, that's when you work.
Stopping was the problem.
Yeah.
Switching off.
Oh, yeah. No, just stopping.
And you're so invested in it, I
Yeah.
suppose.
There was one night I got into bed eventually, and Linda said, "Are you getting up or getting in?" Because it was actually 8
you
o'clock
coming
in
to
the
bed or
morning.
getting out of it?
It was
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning. I had no concept of it.
Right,
But I think I
wow.
was killing somebody in that chapter.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
So,
Well, you had to
yeah.
finish it.
That's
Then.
very
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Do you, as we said in the introduction, I mean, age is just a number. I mean, you're both shining examples of that. It's about the mindset, is it?
Absolutely. It is, yeah.
And not wanting to stop.
Well, not wanting to be old, not declaring or accepting or inhabiting being an old
Christy,
person.
do you not think also if you've got good health,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I have some friends and they've got really bad health and one died last year.
Yeah.
And I just thought, because I will be 82 now in August.
Wow.
And I'm still driving. I did a rally last weekend in a Sunbeam
course you did,
Tiger.
yeah.
But why, if you're going
Why
to be
not?
old,
Yes.
and this thing we're doing tomorrow now, I hope everybody comes to it. As Christy said,
This
it's
is a free event.
It's a free event.
fantastic.
and it's
Yeah,
in
from 11 to 5,
Leopardstown.
yeah.
And it's in Leopardstown.
In the pavilion.
And it's
the
Dunleary Rathdown
Yes.
County Council
Yes, and it's all
organised
to
that.
do with age and how you
But it's about
approach
how you
age.
think.
Yeah,
It's about how you
absolutely.
think.
And what will people get from it tomorrow, guys?
Well, hopefully they get an awful lot of resources in the
Yeah.
sense that
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of people
Yeah.
there, expo sort of
Yes.
stuff. But I hope what they get from our chat is the idea that your body ages, but your mind and your spirit needn't necessarily age.
Yeah.
And that not...
Don't think your body is aged badly at all, Christy.
Thank you,
It's too
Rosemary.
lovely.
I have the body
Come
of
on,
a 27-year-old.
come on,
Yeah,
come on.
I have it at home in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
But it's that whole idea that like your mentality is very important. Your interest.
Yeah, well,
to be
that's it.
curious, to be
Yeah,
alive.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
You know, a
And
lot of
keep
our
doing
generation,
things.
a lot of
Yeah.
our generation
Yeah.
grew up with
Yeah.
kind of hang-ups in a sense
Yeah.
about, you know, very poor sense of yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but Christy, think about it. When we were growing up, children should be seen and not
That's
heard.
right. Yeah.
And now it's very much
Yeah.
that children must be seen and parents, you know, not heard.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, we grew up in a very restricted type of world,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
this thing, religion, and, you know, it's all changed dramatically.
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes I wonder, do I like this world as well as I like the other world? But
I think it's wonderful, actually. I think it's wonderful to be alive now.
yes.
Yeah.
I think this is
Well,
a
it's
world...
interesting.
Yeah,
It's
full
interesting,
of interest
certainly,
for
because there's
us.
something new
And
happening
challenge,
I
which is
think,
the other
I
nice
think
part.
the two of these share one thing in common. Well, probably lots of things, but the one thing that's really key is the sense of humour,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But there's a joie
Well, I
de
think that
vivre
keeps
as well.
you young.
know.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it
Yeah,
does.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are common sense things like not to isolate yourself as you
Yeah.
get older.
Stay active.
No, and to say yes before you say no.
Yes.
Because your no
Yeah.
gets stronger as you get older.
Yeah.
And people say, well, you go for a walk. No, I go when I feel a bit better. No.
So
you
where-
do it and then you
it.
feel better.
So where can people see you tomorrow? Remind us where we can see it.
We're going to be in the Leopardstown Pavilion.
Pavilion.
11
From
to 5.
11 to 5. We'll be on...
What
Are
time
we
is your
going
chat?
together on it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're having a chat, yeah.
Oh, you are chatting.
Yeah.
So you get the extended version of this,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Which is
Stereo.
wonderful.
Yeah.
But I think we're on at 12, isn't it? And then 3 in the afternoon or something.
Run twice.
Brilliant.
Well, have a lovely day tomorrow and
Thank you.
continued
Thank you.
success. Keep it
Oh,
going.
great.
Keep it going,
Thank you. Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Pleasure.